Six of Cups. All right. Should I reshuffle? Two of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Two of Swords. All right, so we got two. 10 of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Okay, all right. Okay, so are you needing to end something? Hold on. Okay, that was going to jump. The World and the King of Wands, which I read as Sagittarius. All right, so it's about, is that about you having to take the initiative to end something, or once something's ended, it's time to shine and to get yourself out there? All right, we've got 6 cups here. Are you talking to them again via online, or are you making some decisions about this? Just needing to kind of, because look at this right here. That's why I'm like, what's going on here? Have they resurfaced and you're like, I got to deal with this again? Have they reached out and you're talking to them? Are you talking to someone about them? What's this Two of Cups about? Scorpio. King of Pentacles. That could be a Virgo. Nice. All right. This is Three of Pentacles for Scorpio. Pentacles for Scorpio. Are you making decisions about what you want? Because we had the World, which is, it could be an ending, or like, you know, you just going, well, no time like the present to start thinking about what I truly want and what would just be the most awesome thing for me in terms of, you know, the next thing that you desire. Could be work, but this feels like relationship. And we got the King of Wands there to make it happen for you. So looks like stability and assurity is going to be paramount here. Three of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So, well, that's good, because that means that you're not. Oh, look at this. 2, 3, 4. Two twos. Ah, so we have some calm and agreement here. But you're not. Yeah, you're not going to be. You're not afraid to go to the depths. It's just that. Is that why there's still this attachment, or is there? Hold on a minute. Stop asking questions and lay the cards out. What's the Two of Swords here? So I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from here, because it's Two of Swords, the Empress. That could be Taurus, Libra, or Aries. All right, stop it. You're stirring the pot. That's what it is. I'm sitting here going, or it could be, or you could, because you're doing the thing where you're manifesting, which is awesome, but you're zigzagging all over the place. You're thinking about a past situation, or you're just thinking about your heart's desire, and it's almost like you're fighting with yourself. You're like, it's like, you know what? You need to take a minute. This is not just finish with that, wrap it up, onto the next one. Nope, this is needing to coast for a minute. This is, you know what? You did good. You're in a clearing. You're in a good spot. This is what you're providing for yourself right now. This is not, all right, I'm good. Let's find me my next one. No. This is you needing to take a rest and to take a minute. Because Lord knows when you get by yourself, you can start really thinking. So hold on a minute. Just, this is about you taking a minute to rest. And not having to fill your free time or just your sort of day-to-day routine. Things are good right now for the Scorpios I'm reading for. So this is not about going, all right, well, where's the next one? Da-da-da-da. Enjoy it. Celebrate that success. You're in a good space. This is not somebody coming back and wanting to reconnect like I thought it was. I was like, oh my God. This is you being in a good place and not doing anything with it. It's not broken, don't fix it. Manifest, yes, but no machinating. No stirring things up. What's this Ten of Swords for Scorpio? What's this Ten of Swords for Scorpio? King of Swords. Aha. So, I think there's this. I think you're in a good place. I think you need to not mess with it. And I think you need to put to rest memories of old or connections of old. Because I think that's the final step for you to do, for you to kind of see it for what it is and decisively make some decisions and conclusions about it, so that you stop kind of trying to examine and analyze it and look at it from all angles. It needs to be finished. Not that you haven't, but I think that now that things are good, it's almost like, well, okay, now what to do? There's nothing to do. Something has ended. You're manifesting for the future, not trying to reanalyze and figure out what happened with this and then take that and put it into the future. It's done. It's done. So what do you want moving forward? That's about figuring what that means figuring out what you want moving forward, not connected to overanalyzing the past. They're two separate things. They need to be two separate things because you're connecting parts of the past with what you want over here, and I think it's inadvertently still keeping you connected to the past, and that might be what you kind of want because there's might be some difficulty with letting that go. So I think this might be also you might not do well with downtime. Like if you've come into a clearing and things are calm, it's like, okay, I got it. All right, what got to do something. No. And it could be because you're coming into this clearing and this calm, and the finality of it hits you, and it might be uncomfortable. And so you start thinking, well, you know what, now this and this happens. So you take these trips down memory lane that are still some kind of connection to it. So it's not really final because you're still connected and you're still working with it and analyzing it. But it keeps you from having to really understand and look clearly at the finality of this ending. Because what you want, what you're manifesting, or what you're thinking you're doing as far as manifesting for the future, what you're really doing is just stirring up old memories and kind of reminiscing and thinking, well, I don't want that, but remember that time, and now this and that, they should have this and that. Doesn't matter. This is about what you want. That King of Wands showed up. What do you want? No more connections, no more nostalgia, no more going down memory lane. Cut that off. This is about analytically and decisively looking at what's what and leaving it there, or not looking at what's what. Cutting off reminiscing about this ending. Manifesting for what you want in the future. Because manifesting is starting to be stirring the pot. They need to be separate. Stirring the pot does not equal manifesting. All right, what's this Four of Pentacles? And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, what's this Four of Pentacles? Four of Wands. Yes. Okay, so here's that clearing and that downtime. This is success. You're in a good spot. Enjoy it. You're in a good spot. You need to enjoy it. You need to withdraw from the memory lane business and the analyzing and thinking that stirring the pot somehow has to do with you manifesting for what you want in the future. That's the reality of it. We all do it, but I mean, it's baby steps towards that ending. The finality might be too much, and that alone needs to be looked at too. Like, why is it still so hard? Doesn't matter, it is. But I feel like you need to look at this clearly without rose-colored glasses, because I think you're doing what we all do when there's an ending. You're so over it, but you're still working with it. You're still coming from that premise of that's still influencing you. You haven't put it in its proper place in the past yet. And by comparing and doing whatnot, I know I'm belaboring this, but I need you to hear me. By comparing and kind of taking instances and doing that compare and contrast thing and then rethinking and rehashing, it could just be nervous energy that you feel uncomfortable when things are calm and still, and you're just like, okay, it's time to do a deep dive because it's too quiet. Got to stir some stuff up. But again, stirring the pot and machinating, just because things are good and you're in a clearing and there's that kind of like, well, the other shoe's going to drop. This could be PTSD. Like it's too quiet, it's too calm, it's too nice. I got to kind of make it chaos a little bit so that I won't get blindsided. It's already chaotic. Bring it on. I can handle it. Instead of enjoying the peace and quiet, and all of a sudden something comes out of the blue and it's like, you feel blindsided and kind of betrayed, like you should have seen that coming. No, you shouldn't. That's life, right? So letting this, I know it's all compounded, letting this go, putting it in its proper place, really ending it. No more energetic ties, no more reminiscing just because you need something to do with your thoughts throughout the day. That King of Wands showed up. You need to be manifesting what you want for the future. Work is good. Things are good. Everything's good. I think the reason why I kept thinking you were talking to somebody about this is I think maybe some of you might need to talk with somebody you trust about. I don't know. I kept feeling like you were talking. I think you might need to talk to somebody. Don't get mad, because this is kind of an inside job here. This is you keeping yourself connected. You haven't cleaved and left yet. You haven't cut it off. You're keeping this alive. Sorry, don't get mad. Oh God, you're gonna throw things at the screen. And I think you need help from someone cutting the ties. All right, okay, all right. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. Okay, because it feels like, I mean, I swear the Queen of Swords should have showed up. Okay, all right. Not a bad thing. You're in a good place. I just feel like you're kind of doing something to yourself mentally. You're kind of overworking something just to still keep connected. And I think it's hard to admit that. I think it's hard to acknowledge that there's still something there, and yet you can't do anything about it. So in an effort to have control over it, you still tug at it, and it's like it's over. All right. Okay. All right. So now, and I say that as I'm like, okay, let's see what your person says. Okay, maybe that's not wise here. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. It's either going to rip off the Band-Aid or it's going to give you hope, and I don't want to give you false hope. Doing it anyway because I did it for all the other signs, so I'm going to do it for you. Here I am going, cut the cord, don't do it anymore. Okay, let's see what they say. Okay. All right. Scorpio. Jeez Louise. I only say that because I feel like, good Lord, you've been through it. You've been dealing with this for months, and you're in a good place. This is not actively happening. This is kind of what you've been dealing with internally. And so you're in a good place. I want to make that very clear. But I know this has been an issue for quite some time. This energetic pull, and you're here one place, but you're here mentally and you're here emotionally. I know what you mean by that. Okay, right. Hangman. Could be Pisces. All right, so they are they giving up? Are they letting it go? Or maybe they're saying, okay, we have to let this go. All right. Five of Swords. Emperor, that could be Aries. Queen of Wands, Aries. Okay. For Scorpio. It's this Five of Swords. So this very well could be that they cut things off and or this was huge for them as well, but they're transitioning out of it. They're letting go. What's this Five of Swords for Scorpio? Queen of Cups. So they're walking away from this and letting go out of self-care, like actively. They're not doing the fade. They're actively taking decisive action in their life to promote self-care or to do self-care and to cut off this connection also. What's this Emperor about? What's this Emperor about? King of Wands. Trying to do the same thing that, okay. So here's the thing. I think that there's a little bit of a bent here for Scorpio. You're going to get mad, but okay. I think that they thought that you were quite controlling and quite like it's all about what Scorpio wants at the pace that Scorpio wants and what Scorpio wants to do, because this is them needing to just cut things off and heal. Because it more than likely they thought that it all had to be about Scorpio and what Scorpio wanted. And I know I'm going to get flamed in the comments for that, but there it is. That's the message. Okay, what's this? And I'm not judging here. I'm just laying it out. We're going there. What's this Queen of Wands for Scorpio? What's this Queen of Wands for Scorpio? All right. They want to be left to their own devices to be able to manifest their own happiness. They want to do that absentia of Scorpio. They want to do it on their own. They don't want to be led or controlled or told what to do. This needs to be about them and their process. They want to cut things off. They want to make their own decisions. They want to create their own happiness. They want to pursue their own happiness. They want to bring in their own happiness. They want, it's almost like, I do it. You know what I mean? And so I think maybe this is someone that you really felt attached to, and even, like, why couldn't they just, because they, in their mind, you were very much in control of the relationship and were, to some degree, very controlling. I don't like, it brings me no joy to say this. I'm just saying, laying it out here. So I think when you, in your mind, in Scorpio's mind, thought maybe you were creating the ideal relationship, and come on, I know what I'm doing. Just do what I do, or just follow me. This is easy. I'll make it okay for us. Just get on board, back me up, back my play. I got this. Come on, I'm going to make a really great life for us. They didn't see it that way, or if they did, it started to get too much. And I think you're going, but wait a minute, it could have been so, like, why would you want to? So I think that's why it makes sense. Honestly, the way it feels, I can't explain it, but the way it feels, like in the back of my end to the left, it feels like the reason why it's so hard is because you worked so hard. The reason why this is so difficult to kind of cut off and cleave or whatnot is because you worked really hard at trying to do for the both of you. That's quite an attachment. They ended up feeling smothered. They ended up feeling controlled. So it went, I don't think it landed the way you thought it would have. Just saying. So it makes sense why it's so difficult for you to let go, because you really thought you were doing right by the both of you. It's almost like they were your charge and you were going to do this and we're going to do that. And you know what I mean? So, okay, right. Okay. Oh, good Lord, my screen froze. I really hope that you got all that. Okay. That it's not lost in frozen land. What else for Scorpio? Else for Scorpio. Am I still going here? Yes, I am. Good, I can see me. All right. What else for Scorpio? That 5 of Raphael was going to jump. That was 5 of Cups. This jumped Knight of Ariel, which is Knight of Pentacles. Whoopsie. So that could be Taurus. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan. Being watched over by someone kind. Nice. All right, so that could be Knight of Pentacles. All right, what else for Scorpio? There's that. This could speak to that manifesting, that things are good right now. Things are good, and for the future, this is you starting to build that plan of what you want. Maybe letting someone else kind of meet you halfway with something, or more of a partnership rather than, okay, I got this, just you stick right beside me and don't leave. I got this. I'm gonna get us here. No, don't leave. Don't do. And then that kind of got out of control. 4 of Gabriel, which is 4 of Wands. Time for a celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. Yes, the last one. Release yourself from burdensome situations. It's not your fault that they weren't on board. Honestly, I think that you thought you were doing right by the relationship, and it got weird along the way, and you're still reconciling with that and trying to figure it out. And there's nothing wrong with that. Stop beating yourself up, make a new plan, and let go of what's done is done. What's done is done. It's about letting go, right? Okay, this one. No more beating yourself up. No more trying to, well, if I had just done this, that doesn't serve you anymore. What else for Scorpio? Ooh, it's a long one again. Scorpio. Yay! Scarab, beetle, spirit. Magic works through you, most certainly. We got the magician. Didn't we have the magician here? I thought we had the... No, that's the emperor. I thought we had the magician. We have the King of Wands showed up, and the Queen of Wands, and the emperor. So this is... You can pull it off. You can pull it off, and that energy now needs to be directed towards what you want for you. No more doing for someone else, especially if they don't want it and they're kicking and screaming and they don't appreciate it. That beautiful, encompassing, inclusive energy, that go-getter spirit can be better spent towards you and your goal right now. And this is you manifesting that, and this is you laying low and enjoying where you are at right now. There's peace and there's calm, and you are meant to enjoy that. So no mucking it up by stirring the pots and beating yourself up and revisiting things that are in the past now. Okay. What else for Scorpio? What's for Scorpio? Okay. Knight of Swords. I read that as Gemini. And we got the King of Wands again. Good gracious. Oh, there's the King of Wands. All right. Oh, no, this King of Swords that showed up. King of Wands on its side. So, okay. So this is that whole still kind of, you might be dealing with, this could be someone has taken rash action to being controlled. Someone could have just abruptly ended things or left. That was a long time situation, or the way that someone left a situation was very abrupt because they were feeling like they were being controlled, or they felt like they couldn't do enough of what they want to do, or they were just plain old being a diva and was like, I'm out, this isn't interesting to me anymore. Okay. Whatever it is, the decision's been made. And there's no sense in beating yourself up and thinking shoulda, woulda, coulda, or anything like that. Manifesting is for you to think about what you want while you're enjoying the calm. Eyes front, face forward, looking ahead. No more beating yourself up. And certainly for someone that just doesn't want to be there and work on things anymore. All right. Okay, Scorpio, never a dull moment. I hope it was helpful. It comes from love and wanting to help, not from, making wrong or wanting to pile on or anything like that. I hope to see you in the next reading, and much love to you, and you keep your head up, and please give yourself a break and enjoy the calm you're supposed to. It's going to help you decompress and think a little bit in the good way, like as in planning and enjoying. Okay, right. All right, you take care, Scorpio.